What is up, football fans? We are almost to the finish line. Within a week, we will be playing College Football 25. Today's info drop was based around Ultimate Team. So in this video, I'm going to be covering a lot of the key points that I pulled from the blog post and giving my impressions on some of my thoughts. This is a mode I know is not for everyone. So if you clicked on this video and you're new to Ultimate Team, it's worth reading the entire blog post. I'm going to be going over it from a point of view of a casual player, someone who's spent a lot of time playing Ultimate Team. So if you're entirely new to the mode, it would be worth reading through the whole blog post. It lays out everything. So as a beginner, that would be a lot of useful information. As someone who's played Ultimate Team a lot, that information may not be worth reading for you. A lot of the guys putting out content, they're going through everything. I know a lot of you played that. It's very popular. It's been popular in all the Madden games in the last probably close to 10 years. So in this video, I'm going to be hitting just the high points. So let's jump into it and let's see what the blog post has to offer. So this blog post was a lot more in depth than I was expecting. I was honestly expecting them to just do what the new changes were. This is top to bottom though, everything you would need to know about the mode. A lot of this beginning is just overview stuff. So getting started, you're gonna get random players off the rip. In this example, you can see in this picture here, it was a school, whoever was playing decided to use University of Texas, San Antonio. As you can see, the Roadrunners and the majority of their players here. Receiver 3, halfback 1, and quarterback 1. Those guys all are from that opening pack. So when you pick your favorite team, for me, I'm going to pick Carolina. You're going to get some random players at Carolina that are in that 60 range. So maybe a backup running back or a third string tight end. Something like that to kind of kick off your team. So it's kind of what we get in Madden every year. When you pick your favorite team, you're going to get a couple random guys. Doesn't really matter because you're going to be swapping them out pretty quickly, especially with the challenges. So they go over the challenges up here. They're going to have over 100 challenges to start off the year. It's really exciting. A lot of stuff to grind for right there in Season 1. I'm hoping that's preseason before the season actually starts. But they did say they're going to be coming out with new content weekly. So that's something to keep an eye out for. But the one thing that I was excited for reading this was during Season 1, they're going to have a series called In Case You Missed It, which are going to be challenges focused around real-life games that happened in the 10-year span where they weren't making college football games. So you're going to have a lot of memories. You're going to be taking down memory lane right away with some of that nostalgia that we all love about college football, and you're going to be able to recreate some of those events. Moving down, this is just elaborating on building your college ultimate team. A lot of that's going to be through trying to increase your chemistries. So for chemistries, each player is going to have the chemistry for their school and then what they consider scheme chemistries that apply to their play style of that offense or defense that they belong to. So the example a little bit later, you're going to see Brock Bowers is one of the pre-order bonuses in one of the packs. And for that Georgia team, it's an air raid offense. So he's an air raid scheme. You're going to kind of want to pair those up. If you're new to this mode, you're going to want to pair those up to give each of your players boosts that are going to help them be better at certain things. Moving down, playbooks are in the game. They're going to have, looks like, where was the number? 134 team playbooks in addition to 19 scheme playbooks. So if you don't prefer one of the particular schools, you can open up with a different playbook. Maybe the pistol's your deal or the run and shoot or one of those different offenses. So you can find a playbook that you like. Team chemistries. This is where it gets a little weird. They are going to have the ability for each player to have access to all 134 team chemistries. So for this example, we're going to take Omarion Hampton from the University of North Carolina. He's my favorite player currently in college football. And on this game, if you are a Ball State fan and you like Omarion Hampton, you can get Omarion Hampton and you can attach the Ball State team chemistry. So if you're a Ball State fan, that's a random school I picked. But for that example, you may not get that much content. You may not have that many players that are in the NFL right now. You may not have that many legends that would apply to that chemistry. So instead of going the route of having just a school chemistry, this gives you the freedom to use your favorite school but then use any player you would like to use against across college football. So if I like Quinn Ewers, I want to get him at UNC, I can do that now. So it gives you the freedom in the mode. I'm not really, it's kind of there's pros and cons to that. So I'm not personally a fan of that because I like the hunt of collecting cards that apply to that chemistry. This kind of takes that away. You're not going to have to go trying to match up random guys that maybe not be as the best players you have, but someone that fits that chemistry. That's kind of out the window now. But it gives players or people who want to use smaller schools the ability to use those schools so you don't just see 100 Alabamas every time you jump on an online game. So I see it both ways. Moving down, these are your upgrade screens. It's going to cost you, it looks like, to upgrade to a different school. Can't imagine it's too much, but that's what when you get a guy that you're going to have stick around for a while, you're probably going to want to attach that to them. So in this example, they have Junior Vanderross from Toledo, and they are attaching the chemistry for UTSA. So it's going to boost up those abilities, or not abilities, but it's going to boost up their traits through the use of these upgrades. And then it goes over the player items. Very similar to what you see in Madden. So if you've seen that, you've seen it all. The chemistries and positions that he can play are down here at the bottom. The abilities that you can attach, you're going to have to spend the coins to then get upgrades and abilities. It looks like 5 gets you maybe the team. It's kind of what it's looking like. But as you go down, there's going to be different rarities for these cards. So similar to what you have in Madden when you have those elites that were red. Now their system is going to be legendary, which are gold, epic are next that are purple, rare is going to be blue, uncommon's green, and then your common are gray. So going back up to this example here, you got green right here. So Vanderross would be considered uncommon, so a little bit better. And then in this picture, all these guys were gray, so these were your common cards. So that's just a little bit of how it's going to work. This is a item manager screen where you're going to look through your cards and you can kind of see everybody's stats. He's comparing everybody by overall. So very similar. Like I said, I've said it 50 times, but similar to the Madden rendition of this game. Abilities. They're going to have an ability system also similar to Madden where you're going to be able to put abilities on players, but it's going to cost you that point. So you can see that off to the right. These are the bronze abilities. And then they limit you for how many you can have in your lineup. Moving down to the different programs they announced. This is one of the kickoff ones. It's Ultimate Alumni. So these are guys that are currently in the NFL that were recently in college. A lot of them, I believe, were rookies. I can't speak for all of them. I did not look them all up. I knew some of them off the top of my head. The linemen I didn't know. They may have went in the draft this year. If not, they were recently into the NFL. But you got Brock Bowers, Blake Corum from Michigan. That'd be a good one to stack with that Michigan team. I'm not going to read off all these, but you can go through. These are guys, I want to say they're all rookies in the NFL now, but this is going to be the first system or the first program for the year. These are all over Twitter too if you haven't seen them. Everybody's sharing that right now. Then you got Conference Stories of the Week, another program that applies to different conferences. So in this one it reads, leading up to the season, we'll be highlighting incredible stories and the players who are part of them. New challenges, players, and sets will become available. Be on the lookout for your favorite conference and check out the challenges to relive some of the classic moments from each. So for this, they're going to be coming out with these throughout the year. So when you look at it in this one, this is going to be, I guess, ACC now. I really don't know how they're going to do that with these schools that have moved around. But you're going to be getting pretty good cards. That's an 85 overall right in. Pretty useful in this series. So moving down, you got In Case You Missed It. We touched on that a little bit. These are going to be players that we missed throughout the last couple years. So this is a Joey Bosa national champion card from the season that they won the national championship. Also 85 overall, very solid looking card. Moving to the next series, you have the Legends. This is the one I'm most excited about personally because these are going to be cards that are a little bit further back. So these ones here that we just discussed were in that gap. Everything prior to that will be classified as Legends, it looks like. So these are the GOATs, it says, from the past, going against today's stars. So that kind of theme. This is 85 Ray Lewis. Huge Ray Lewis fan. Excited to see him in the game. I'm excited to see who else they bring back from those old Miami teams. But you can see here his stats are pretty solid. 81 speed, 79 zone. Those are the stats as a user I'd be looking for. But on this card, also being 85, it kind of shows you what the ceiling's probably going to be pretty early. You're not going to be seeing a lot of cards better than this. So I'm interested to see where you get some of those top-end players that aren't the pre-order bonuses, where those overalls are going to stack up. But as soon as I know that, I'm going to be releasing some videos on that content, because that's really what I want to see, is kind of where that ceiling is. Are you going to have 89s? Are you going to have 90s off the start? Where's the bar going to kind of start at? Then it goes into live events. So I'm mostly an offline player. I'll probably do some squads this year, but that's more my speed, things I enjoy as casually playing the game. But they're going to have a field pass system similar to Madden. You're going to level up, and as you level up, you're going to have rewards assigned each one of those levels. Hopefully, in the past, Madden has released that early where you can see kind of what some of those rewards are. I'm hoping that's going to come out before the game. If not, you'll be seeing that right away. People looking through and kind of picking out the packs that you're going to try to target and level up as fast as you can. Moving on to sets. Sets are going to function very similar to you're going to exchange cards to then get better cards. So it's a way to really thin out your collection to get rid of some of the cards that you're not going to ever use. Nothing too crazy. New ways to play. They're going to have seasons. You can do a solo season, which is against AI opponents. You can do solo battles against AI opponents. Those are pretty standard in most games nowadays. You can also do head-to-head seasons. That's going to give you better rewards, of course, for winning. You can do squad regular seasons, so you're going to be able to take your friends. I'm guessing it's probably going to be 3. They didn't really say, or it does say there, offensive captain, defensive captain, and head coach. So you can get 2 of your friends and go on there and compete. Those are going to have should have solid rewards as well. And then if you're looking to sweat, it says you're going to be able to do what they call the gauntlet, which is essentially weekend league, it looks like. So in that, you're going to have really good rewards, coins, national champion packs, and exclusive players. So if you're a competitive player or somebody who likes to try to grind on the weekends like that, that's going to be an option. It looks like champs will be a maximum of 20 games. 16 wins in the current week will get you to the gauntlet. So you're going to have to qualify like people have to qualify for weekend league. Same concept. Moving down, they have new house rules. This has been in the games of the past when they would do like college themes on Madden for different sets and programs. But for this one, the examples they use are different rules to the game modes. So you're going to be playing online against another opponent in what they consider the touchdown tango. So points are varied. They're not going to be the same. 7 points for a touchdown, extra point. It's going to be 14 points for a touchdown, but you have to get 25-yard first downs. So things that are a little wackier. Once you get up by 28 on your opponent, the game's over. So it says that's where you can earn additional in case you missed it cards and packs for accruing those wins. Another one they have here is overtime. So you're going to play overtime rules until someone doesn't match. So sudden death type. Does say here for touchdown tango, it's going to expire at a certain time. So some of these may be seasonal where they do, or limited time where they do run for a certain amount of time and they're going to disappear and hopefully come back. So there you have it, guys. That's the deep dive. Looking at my calendar here, we have a lot of content coming up. We have Road to Glory coming up on the 11th. I'm hopefully going to be putting out a video. I don't know if they're going to be doing a video like they have been for some of the deep dives, or it's going to be a blog post. But either way, I'll be putting together some kind of video to release to you guys. That's a mode I've gotten away from a little bit. It's not my favorite anymore. As a kid, that was probably my favorite, but now it's something I may play once. I'm not going to really replay that a lot, so we'll see. But then we have on Friday or Saturday, depending on how long it takes me to put together the video, I will be doing a release on my content schedule for the upcoming couple weeks. So the dynasties I'm planning, the teams I'm going to be using, and then how much time I'm going to be doing each series. So that information will be coming out Saturday at the latest. And then on Monday night, we have the kickoff. So I think they're saying 4 p.m. Eastern. I don't know what time I'll be on, but I'll be streaming all of next week, putting together videos, hoping for a weekly release on Thursday for some of my content, but we'll just have to see. But that's it for me today. Let me know what you guys think about this content. Let me know if you're interested in Ultimate Team or it's something you don't really care about. I know a lot of people are suspicious about playing it because of the money some people spend in it, and that's kind of the horror stories you hear is I spend this amount of money, and then by the time a week rolls around, the card's outdated. I've had a lot of friends throughout the years who played the game that way. I don't enjoy that personally. I've always been more of a grind player, somebody who's going to put in the time. If I can't do that, I'm not going to have fun with it. So let me know what you guys prefer, though. I am interested to see if we have any other Ultimate Team players in the community. But I appreciate your support, and I'll see y'all on the gridiron.